you're bringing up a great point, because I think the way forward for conservatives under the banner, and again, I think that we are looking at a broadened coalition, a tremendous opportunity, because this broadened coalition, I think, really will come under the umbrella of the Constitution. If you look at this summer, going back to not only the town hall meetings, but the Tea Parties, we had Democrats coming out, conservative-leaning Democrats, independents, libertarians, Constitution Party, Republicans. This is a very broad coalition, but coming under the banner of the Constitution that says, only do what you're supposed to do under the Constitution. Don't expand your jurisdiction. That's what gets us into trouble. And we have common cause now with a wide swath of Americana who believe that. And so going forward, number one, we need to defeat their leadership. That's number one. We'll have that opportunity next year to do exactly that. Number two, we need to defund the left, and that's what you're talking about. We have to defund the left, and this is great. Gallup came out with a poll, I think last week or the week before, that said the American people believe that Congress wastes 50 cents or 50% of every dollar it spends. God love the American people. They get it. They understand the truth that actually there's huge waste. So we defund that, but then the third thing that we do, which you're getting to with economic development, is we have to, after we defund the left, we pass repealer bill after repealer bill after repealer bill. Because there's a huge machinery that's been built up in this town, and we have to just repeal it. And we have to campaign on that to the American people. That is a hugely winning message right now with the American people, because they know we bit off more than we can choose with all of these wasteful programs, and we campaign on that, and then actually when we get here, we do it. We visibly shrink the size of government just by defunding the left and shutting down a lot of these programs. I served in the state senate in Minnesota on the Economic Development Committee, and so many of these projects are that. It's government picking out winners and losers time after time after time, and if you're well connected, maybe you'll get money, and if you're not well connected, you probably won't, and usually it's money down a rat hole. Not always, but oftentimes. And we're at a point now with our budget, we can't do it. We cannot do this. There was an article on the front page of the Washington Times maybe a month ago, 6 weeks ago now, an economist from Arizona State University that said this: a year ago at this time, prior to the inception or at the inception of Bailout Nation, 100% of private business profits were private. Today, 30% of private business profits are owned or controlled by the federal government. If President Obama has his way, and the government takes over 18% of the private wealth that's created in healthcare, that's 48% of private wealth that will be owned or controlled by the federal government. And if he gets his way and takes over the energy industry, that would be another 8% of private wealth that's generated in this economy, which would give the federal government control or ownership over 56% of private wealth created in this economy. In a year. Stunning. Stunning. We will not be the same language, the same nation, and certainly we won't speak the language of free market capitalism, because it will be as though Michael Moore won, so to speak. And that is not the way forward. That's not what the American people want. And so we have to do a huge reverse course, and that's what I believe that the American people would be expecting, a new conservative coalition to do. Republican still isn't a positive brand name for people, but conservative is, and I think conservative under that banner coalition of respecting the Constitution and respecting jurisdictional limits under the Constitution is a winning formula going forward.